It is the next morning, and things went really fast here. In fact, for a while there, things were going so fast and so smoothly that I was mistakenly beginning to think that perhaps I actually knew what I was doing. I've got this olive wood turned down and sanded up too, and including 1500 grit sandpaper. And I rounded over the edges here like I normally do. I've turned these, you might say, a little bit fatter than I actually had to. Now, you will recall in the last episode, episode number 1, I was talking about these bushings. Now, I can never remember the name of them, of this stuff, but it's high density polyethylene. I can't even say it, let alone remember it. Anyway, I have to write it down because I can't remember. So, a friend of mine gave me this. He's a turner here in Winnipeg. And so what I did was, I made up a couple of these bushings, and I tried the CA glue thing, but not the way I'm going to today. All I did was, I used it basically just to strengthen, the wood, not to produce a shine. And of course, as you can imagine, this one goes in here, and this one here, it would just go in there like that. So we're going to do the new ones here today. And I'm going to do my best here not to be banging into the tripod. If there's one thing I hate, it's tripods. And I'm sure I'm not alone. Now, I'm assuming that these black ones are made of the same type of stuff as the other ones were. Some kind of nylon, I think. Now, I don't need to have this really tight. I made the mistake of having it really tight when I was on these ones here, and they're kind of grooved in here. Can't maybe see that. I'll get that later. Anyway, like I say, not too tight. Just snug enough that the CA glue is not going to leak into the brass tube. I'm turning at about 800 RPM here. I don't know if you can hear me. It's a little noisy because the room air cleaner is going to blow the fumes away from my eyes. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit on the center and then go out to the ends. I don't want to get it all gummed up on the end there and, built up too thick. Anyway, that's the plan. Now, I'm actually right-handed, so maybe I should do it like this. One of the viewers said that he doesn't use the curing agent, and what he said was he does about 5 applications and then sands, but he doesn't use the curing agent. I don't know. I'm assuming that this is cured now. Maybe I should put it on here. I lost track. Is that 4? And it looks like I'm going to have to put on a different glove here. Okay, new glove. I'll give it one more, and then I won't use the curing agent on this last one. Now, because I want a wet sand, I think it's probably really important that the water doesn't get up the end grain. And it looks to me like the CA glue has sealed everything off really well. Now, I realize I didn't show you this, but I did that again about 10 more times. And it's built up pretty good. I'm noticing that it's a little bit bumpy. And my first thought was, well, I'm going to take 400 grit sandpaper and sand those bumps off. And then I thought, no, I'm not. Maybe the bumpiness will sort of give it character. Well, we'll say no. Now I'm turning approximately, in fact exactly 720 RPM. And if I find it starts to throw water, then I'll slow it down. And this is the very first time that I've used micro mesh like this. Before it's always been the pads. So we'll start out at 1500 and just work our way up. See if it builds up a slurry like the pads do. Once again, you're going to find that I can't talk and work at the same time. Yeah, there's the slurry. There is one noticeable difference with this. With my finger I can actually feel where the bumps are and where they aren't. That's kind of neat. I kind of like this stuff. I mean, better than the pads. From that aspect anyway. Maybe just a little bit more here yet. Then I'll move up to the 1800. For sure I don't want to accidentally take it down to the wood. Oh yeah, that's working good. Okay, rather than waste a whole bunch of time here, I'm just going to go ahead and work my way right up to 12,000. And then we'll do a good look after the 12,000. It's getting kind of late here. About 5 minutes has passed now. I'm just starting on the 12,000. And I'm really hoping that I didn't go too far down and I've gone all the way through the CA glue and I'm actually shining up bare wood, but I don't think so. I can feel it warming even though it's got water, even though it's wet. I feel it warming up, so I know it's cutting. Feels like a bit of a rough spot right here. Hope that's not bare wood. Guess we'll soon know because they're going to stop it. Have a close look. I don't see any bare wood, but I do see a very high gloss shine. Well, folks, tomorrow we press.